Welcome back friends. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 448 in order successor in BST. You might already know that I often create LeetCode and LeetCode solution videos in Java J2E technology as well as for the coding problems as well as Java J2E interview related videos to help people know what kind of frequently asked questions as well as concepts which are important for Java interviews as well as the data structures and algorithms. So if you are someone who is preparing for Java interviews, coding interviews, and if you are looking for some kind of problems what are getting asked in interviews, so please subscribe to the channel. This channel has a lot of good material related to the interviews, coding interviews, as well as for Java J2E telephonic interviews and initial screening interviews. So please check out the playlist and subscribe to the channel. So we will look the details of this problem now. So given a binary search tree and a node in it, find in order successor of the node in the BST. If the given node has no in order successor in the tree, then return null. So this is the problem statement, and so basically we have been given a binary search tree. So let's discuss this problem over here. So I just took one sample binary search tree. So this kind of tree will be given to us, and we have to find out the in order successor for a node, right? So for example, if 22 node is if 22 node is given to us, then the in order traversal for in order successor for the node 22 will be 24, right? So 22 is here, so the next node will be 24, which is successor of 22, right? So one way to solve this problem is you can just do the in order traversal of this given BST, and then when you are doing the binary search traversal, in order traversal, you will just keep adding the nodes into a linked list, right? And after the complete in order traversal is done, then you can just iterate the linked list and find the in order successor for the given node. That is one way of doing it. So I will just first we will just discuss little bit about what is the in order traversal of binary search tree. So you will get some kind of background for the question, and then we will discuss how to solve the question in the coding details, right? So let's first look the in order traversal for this binary search tree. So as you can see, we can start with the root of the binary search tree, so which is 25, right? And then what in order traversal does is you always go from left to root to right? For example, if your binary search tree is, let's say, like this, right? Your binary search tree is like this, then your in order traversal will always go like this, basically in this direction, right? So first you visit left node, then you visit root node, and then you visit the right node, basically. So that is what you do in the in order traversal. So let us do that for this tree quickly. So 25 you will visit, then you will go to the left side, right? Then you will go to the left as much as you can, right? So you visit 10, then you visit 4, so you are at the leftmost now, 4, right? So you will just add it into let's say you have a linked list, right? For example, you will just add it into our linked list here, right? Then after that you will go, so as we discuss, from this point you will go and visit the root. So root you will add 10, then you will go to the right side of the tree, then you will add 12 here. After this you will so we are done with this subtree, right? We are done with, I'll just highlight, so we are done with this subtree. So now we will go and backtrack to 15, right? Means we will print 15, which is the root, basically, and then we will go to the right subtree of 15. So we will go now to 22 and then 18, right? 18 is the left node, so we will print 18, or we will add it into our list, and then we will go add the root, which is 22, into our list. Then we will go add the right side into our list, which is 24, right? After 24 we will have to go and we will print our root node, right? Because this is the root. So what we did is we have uh, we have done the in order traversal for the left subtree, right? This whole thing is a left subtree of 25. So now we have to do the in order traversal for this right subtree, right? This is the right subtree. So we will start doing the in order traversal for right subtree now. So we will go to 50, then 35, then 31, right? So we will print 31, then we will print the root 35, then we will print the right side, which is 44, right? And then again we will backtrack to 50. 50 is the node here, which is a subtree is a root, so we will print a 50, and then we will go to the right and left, right? Then 66 and then 70 and then 90, right? 66, then 70 and then 90. So this is the in order traversal. So this way you can do the in order traversal for the complete binary search tree, and you can add those values into a linked list, right? For example, you just consider that this is a linked list for just discussion purpose. You can just think that this is a linked list and you have inserted all the element into our list, right? So if 22 node is given for to us actually, then we have to find out the in order successor of 22. We will just iterate through the list until we find the 22 node here, and then the next node we will return as the in order successor, which is 24, right? So that is one approach to solve this problem. But in this approach we have to use a linked list, which is an external data structure, right? So we are going to be using an additional storage space basically. So our space complexity will be increasing, right? So is there any better way where we can do it without using any kind of external storage space? So yes, there is a way where we can do this in order successor. We can find in order successor in a binary search tree for the given node without using any external data structure. So let me show you that approach now, that we are actually going to implement. This is one of the approach that I just wanted to show you before we can start explaining the other approach. So now let's say what we will do is we will create a tree node called as largest node so far, right? So this is a tree node, that class is given to us. So I'll show you that. So tree node is the class and it has a left and right and value, right? So every node is implementing like this. Every node 25, 15, everything is a tree node, right? So we will just create one tree node object here called as larger node so far. And what we will do is we will take the value and we will start doing the binary search traversal, right? Based on the value. So we will take 22. Now we will visit the root first, right? In binary search traversal, right? 25. So this 25 value is more than 22, so we will just put this if the value is more than the given value, then we will just make that as our larger node so far. So we will just update this larger node so far from null to 25, right? And then we will, since we have 22 which is smaller than 25, right? In the binary search tree, all the left side values will be smaller than the root and all the right side values of the root will be larger than the root. So now since 22 is smaller than 25, we will go on the left side, right? So we are here now, we are at node 15, right? And now we are looking for 22. Now 15 is not bigger than 22, so we will not update our larger node so far, right? And then since 22 is more than 15, we will go and on to the right side of this, right? So now we are here and now we found a node 22, right? Now we will not update our larger nodes because 22 value is not greater than 22. So in that case we will go on the right side. So I'll show you the code also at the same time so you will understand. So as you can see, we compare the value of the target node, which is 22, right? So 22 is not less than 22 because node value is also 22. So we will go on to the right side. So that's what we are doing now. So we will visit 24. Now we will compare 24 with 22. So we will visit this node 24. So 24 is more than 22. So we will be updating our larger node so far to 24. So 24 is the value that and after that we hit the null node, right? So in that case we will just return. So as you can see here, so this is our recursive function. So whenever we hit a null node, we just return, right? This is our base case. So let me just write, this is our base case where our recursive function returns, right? Because where our recursion ends basically. Otherwise we just check if the value is less than the node's value is greater than the target value, then we will go on to the left side, right? So as we are doing, right, like we are going on to the left side, and if it is not less, like if the value is not less, then in that case we will go on to the right side. So in this case, whenever we are done with the recursion, whatever is the larger node so far, we will just return as the successor, right? So that this is what, like 24 we will return here in this case. So here we created the larger node so far. Initially it is null, and as we traverse, as we traverse through the iterate like recursive function here, then we will just keep going left or right based on the node value that we have seen, and we will keep updating larger node so far. Whenever we see any value which is more than the value that we are looking, like here we are looking for 22, whenever see more value like 25, 24, we will just keep updating that with larger node so far, right? So that's what we are doing here. Or otherwise, when we are going on the right side, like we will not update it, only we will update it when we are going whenever we are finding a like more value or bigger value, right? So that is the implementation, the same implementation that we discussed. So I just took one tree here and one value 150. So let me just explain you this data structure viewer also we can use. So this is the tree that I took, and 150 is the value. So the successor will be 200, right? 150 is here. So the next value that we are seeing is 200. So 200 will be here. So let me run this and let's just make sure it's working fine. So as you can see the output is 200. So our solution works fine, and we can just change this also. Like if you want like see 60, let's say we can take 60 here. So as you can see 60 is here. So the next larger value is 100. So 100 should come when we are running the program. So as you can see 100 is coming as the output, which is correct. So we will just submit this and make sure it's accepted. So as you can see, our solution is getting accepted by LintCode. So one more time I'll just show you like the solution. So this larger node, so far we created a tree node which is outside, right? So it is accessible for, this is a class level, so it is accessible from the method, and we are just calling our recursive function, and we are passing root and the target node first, right? Search is our recursive function. So our base case is if node is null, then we will return, right? For example, if you reach here 24, when you are going right, you are hitting a null node, right? So in that case our recursion will return basically. Otherwise we will check if our node value is greater than the value that we are looking, right? This, for example, 25 is our node value is greater than 22, right? So in that case we will just update our larger node so far to that node, and we will again call our recursive function, but we will go on the left side, right? For example, here we are going on the left side, right? So that's what we will do. Like from 25 we went on to the left side, so that's what we are doing here. If we are if our node's value is not like less than, node value is greater than, means we will do this, right? If node value is less than, for example here, right, now 15 is our node value which is less than 22, we will go on to the right side. So that's what we are doing here, right side we are doing. And we have to only update the larger node so far when our value is bigger, right? For example, when our value is bigger, like 25 is bigger than 22, so we will update. Here when we go 24, 24 is bigger than 22, so we will update. And at the end, whatever value is there in our larger node so far, we will just return as our answer, right? So that will be our in order successor in BST for that node. So so one more time I'll just show you our so we have seen 60 already, right? So so if we take 50 instead of 60, let's say, so this is our binary search tree. So we are saying that we want a successor for 50. So as you can see, successor is 60 here, right? 60. So 60 should come as the answer basically. So 60 is coming as the answer. So our code is working fine. So when you are trying, you can create your own tree also here, right? So this is the way you can create your own tree, and then you can just click on the data structure viewer, so you will be able to see your tree. So let's say we want to add now 2 nodes after this 400, right? We will just try. I'll show you how to do that, and then so you will also know. So for example, after this 400, if we want to add 2 more nodes for as a children of 10, right, then we can just add 4 and then 20. So those will be the children of 10. So as you can see 4 and 20 is coming. So if we want to see the successor of 20, right, successor of 20 is 50 here, right? So we can just try that one time. So we'll just run this. So our successor of 20 is coming correct 50. So this is the way we can implement in order successor in BST. And here we have not used any external data structure. We are just simply using a recursive function, and one tree node. We just use this tree node to hold the larger node so far. So I hope I explained in detail this solution. So please, I'll just check in this code into my GitHub repository, and I'll share the link with you guys so you can take a look. So try out this solution, and try out this nice data structure viewer also. So you can create and see how your binary search is looking, and then you can try with different nodes how different nodes is giving you a successor in the binary search tree. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I always create like videos for Java J2 interviews as well as the coding solutions. Please check out the playlist. I have created a lot of good playlists for the to help, like if you are preparing in Java J2 interviews, this will give you really a good start. So please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching the video.